Everyone has their thing. Some people are born into a family, generational, traditional thing that relates to their job. So their parents started in a certain profession and they carried it down through their family. Some people's thing relates to cooking. Maybe they have a passion for serving people, or maybe they have a passion for ministry or anything of that sort. Everyone has their own thing. Their thing typically is going to be something that inspires them or drives them to do something new, to learn something, to push other people to learn something. But everyone has something. For me, that thing is music. I love music. I love producing, I love consuming, and I love performing music. Music is my everything, I guess. For me, when I first started producing music, I was in high school, and I started with classical music because that was the only thing that I knew at the time. I was in choir for a really long time, and so I fell in love with classical music, and I was like, oh, let me compose my own little songs. So I did, and a lot of it was piano, a lot of it was also a cappella because I didn't know how to mesh the two together, but I started producing music when I was in high school. As I got a little bit older, I would say my junior, senior year of high school, I started joining the worship team at my church, and so music broadened for me, and it was less of just a performance and less of just how the music sounds and more about the meaning of the music. And so the lyrics that I started to write had a bit more substance than just a sound. So, and let's see. I also like consuming music. Ever since I was little, my dad used to play a bunch of 80s music, and that would be basically the only thing that I ever listened to. And so a lot of my preferences with music related to really, really bubblegum pop sounding songs. And so as I got older, I clung to that, and I listened to 80s music, obviously, because Michael Jackson, why not? And then I also listened to One Direction and Ariana Grande and Demi Lovato, and anything that was like Disney related, I also memorized and fell in love with. And it was just something that I carried with me, and it conveyed to me emotions and helped me express myself in a way that I never had been able to before. So even just watching like a Disney movie, like Mulan's Reflection, for example, like that touched me on a level that I didn't know music could touch someone. And I was like a 4-year-old when I listened to that song. So just the idea of like being able to convey a certain idea to someone through music was really special to me. So it helped me kickstart songwriting as well. I also like, I did producing, consuming. I also like performing music. Performing music just kind of plays a role into both of those. So I like listening to myself sing because I sing and I also play piano, but I also like playing the songs that I've written and sharing those songs with other people. The whole idea of me writing the songs in the first place was to be able to convey different emotions to people. So being able to perform those songs in front of other people, whether that be worship or like a choir song that I organized or anything of that sort, it's important to me that I also get to show other people the things that I've been working on. I'm a pretty driven and hardworking person, so anytime that I can not necessarily get attention or approval about my accomplishments, but being able to show that I am driven and just having something to have as an outlet for that is really important to me. So that is why I love music. Everyone has their thing. Music is mine. Yay!